My Serie team of the season. In the last video I asked 200 likes and you smashed it. So let's higher the standards. 250 likes to keep this entertaining video streak going. Team of the season starts here in goal. I hate to say this, but you have to go with Provedel. Lazio goalkeeper, 21 clean sheets this season. Lazio has got the best defense in Europe after Barcelona. Fair play to them. We hate them, they hate us, but you have to go with Provedel. Came from Lo Spezia, had a massive jump in his career and fulfilled this jump in the best way possible. Moving on to my four defenders. As my right back, I've gone with Di Lorenzo. Won the league as a captain. What do you want more? Incredible player. I think he's the best fullback of the Serie. I think in terms of defense and in terms of attack, the way he switches from the defense to the attack in a great transition, that is the perfect definition of a fullback. And Di Lorenzo, not just because he won the league as a captain in a magnificent team like Napoli, the way they played this season was immaculate, but he's been solid. He's been their fixed point in that defense. So Di Lorenzo for me as my right back. Moving on to my left back, I have gone with Di Marco, not Theo Hernandez, because Di Marco's been more consistent than Theo Hernandez, and Inter are a better team than Milan. Di Marco has been more consistent because I think he's had more contributions. His accuracy coming from that left foot is something sensational, and I think it's something which not every player has. He's a player which Inter have to keep at all costs. He is a player which loves the team so much. He's that once-in-a-lifetime player which just acts like the leader of an ultra group. The way Inter won the Super Cup, went in front of the ultras, grabbed the megaphone and started singing the chants. The way that he has been, in my opinion, the most prolific player in Inter's defense this season, the most crucial player in Inter's defense. The way Inter won the Coppa Italia, won the Super Cup, won 3 out of 4 derbies this season. No, in fact, even more. The way that they've made their way into the Champions League final, which will be played this Saturday against Man City. I have loved Di Marco this season, better than Theo Hernandez. I've gone with him. And my two centre backs, starting with Chris Smalling. Again, I could have chosen Romagnoli, but I'm a Roma fan, and everybody here who's not a Roma fan, this is my lesson to everybody here to start appreciating what Chris Smalling does. Chris Smalling is the most underrated player in this league, as a matter of fact. Roma have had 13 clean sheets this season. 10 out of these 13 clean sheets came with Chris Smalling being the pillar of that defense, being the leader of that defense. Ibanez and Mancini with Smalling is something, and Ibanez and Mancini without Smalling is a completely different thing. The way he's more than just a defender, he knows his positioning really well, his status, his leadership, his communication, the way he's learning Italian and the way he's renewed his contract is sensational for Roma fans. Roma's project and everything. Smalling, sensational. I've said sensational 20,000 times. And my other centre-back has to be Kim Min-jae. Second best defense in the league after Lazio. Fair play to Napoli, not just because they won the league, because of defensive records. Kim Min-jae is in fact going to leave Napoli after 1 season, and that puts to mind that he's a gem, he's a talent, he is somebody which will play in the Premier League. Man United are severely interested in him. And look, I wish that he could have stayed in the Serie a bit longer and keep this legacy going. But I do have a feeling that many of these players, after they won the league, feel like they can do more with this Napoli team, starting with their manager. You are going to see a lot of components of the team which won the league leave this summer, because when you win a league title in a city like Naples with a team like Napoli after 33 years, and when the last league title was won by Maradona, you clearly get the impression that you've reached the maximum level with Napoli and you cannot bring it to the next step. Therefore, you've completed football with Napoli. head on over to a new experience. Spalletti's leaving, Kim Min-jae's leaving, Kvara could be leaving, Osimhen could be leaving. It's going to be a Napoli revolution, but sticking with the team of the season, he's been incredible. Defensive superiority, defensive physicality, that's what Kim Min-jae brings. Aggressiveness, Napoli fans love him. Great player in my team of the season, without a doubt. Moving to my two defensive midfielders, I am going to put another Napoli player in it. Lobotka, crucial piece of this Napoli team. The way he just makes himself so big throughout the entire league, the way he's been the key lock to Napoli's transition from the defense to attack. Spalletti loves playing with little touches, transitioning, and Lobotka's been the most key player when it comes to this. So he's definitely in my team of the season. And my other player is Barella. I've said this many times, and I've said this last season as well. Barella, when he's fit and he plays well, is the most important and most talented and just best player throughout the entire league. And I think this season truly explained this. He is the player who has recuperated more balls than any other player throughout the entire season. I just think that being an Italian fan, we are so lucky to have him in our Italian national team. Similar discussion to Lobotka, he makes himself look so big. And he's not that tall, he's not that big, but he just uses that physique which he has the best way possible. He scores a lot of goals and he's a box-to-box slash defensive mid. He's absolutely everywhere on that pitch, grabs the assists, grab the goals. What do you want more? Barella in that team of the season without a single doubt. Moving on to my three attacking midfielders, let's call it. Starting with my left wing, I have gone with Kvaradona. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia came from a Georgian team for 40 million euros. Now he's probably worth 100 million euros. He's got 12 goals and 13 assists in 34 games, ladies and gentlemen. The way he's adapted from the Georgian league to the Italian league, and in the first season won the league with 12 goals and 13 assists, truly suggests to me that he's a talent. He's a natural talent, and he is worth a lot of money if Napoli want to sell him. He's been incredible. The way he's linked up with Osimhen is sensational, and I just have a feeling when it comes to a Leao-Kvaratskhelia debates, it's very early to say so, but when it comes to consistency, Kvaratskhelia definitely better than Leao. When it comes to goals and assists this season, definitely better than Leao. Fair play to him, fair play to the entire Napoli squad, but he just has to be in my team of this season. Moving on to my right wing back, I know he's not a right wing back, and he's a left wing back, but I've gone with Rafa Leao. You just cannot not put Leao in this. He is the most, in fact, one of the most valuable players in this league, and Milan have triggered that renewed contract until 2028. They've secured this gem until 2028. Leao's gonna keep haunting us for the next 5 years. You know, the way he just makes himself so big when it comes to goal contributions, and just imagine a team with him and Kvara as wing backs. It's just sensational to see, incredible to see. And the middle attacking midfielder is the one and only La Jolla, Paulo Dybala. 12 goals and 7 assists in 25 games. If you don't put Paulo Dybala in your Serie team of the season, your ball knowledge is as ridiculous as this statement. Paulo Dybala is the reason Roma reached a Europa League final and lost. Paulo Dybala is the reason why Roma qualified for the Europa League. Because let's all be serious here, every Roma fan watching this, if it wasn't for Dybala this season, and the goals he scored, and our dependency on Dybala's goals, we would be nowhere near 6th position and qualifying for Europa League. Dybala is the reason we can celebrate, and Mourinho can celebrate, because if it wasn't for Dybala, when you've got two strikers which scored 2 goals combined, Dybala is the saviour. And if he's the saviour, he fits in that team of the season. He's very injury prone, but that is exactly why he's in my team of the season. Because imagine a player who's out for 40% of the season and yet still manages to score 12 goals and provide 7 assists in 25 games. Sensational player. If he's not in your list, please, go call a doctor. Moving on to my striker, the one and only Victor Osimhen. 26 goals and 5 assists in 32 games. I'm not sure if people realise this. 26 goals and 5 assists in 32 games. That means that every single game he's played this season, apart from one game, he's grabbed a goal or an assist. Like, that is incredible. And if I were Napoli, I would do whatever you possibly could do to keep this guy. And as I said before, it's tempting. Now that you can't just, it's impossible to bring Napoli to the next step. You've completed football with Napoli, and I know, but Napoli have to try to keep this guy because he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. Best striker in Europe after Erling Haaland this season. His statistics are insane, and the way he's done it in both the Serie and the Champions League, apart from the 2 last rounds against Milan, I think consistency is big when it comes to Osimhen, and I think he is the only option when it comes to strikers, especially because strikers this season, apart from Osimhen, have been really poor. You look at Vlahovic, you look at Tammy Abraham, you look at Immobile, you look at Giroud, who's not had the perfect season. He's been the only striker out of big teams this season, which could be in my, and has to be in my team of the season. This was my Serie 2022-2023 team of the season. Let me know in the comments your team of the season. Let me know if you agree, disagree, who would you replace. And as I said at the start, 250 likes to keep this entertaining video streak going. Love you all. Simo.